In tonight's research, Helluva Boss Season 2, Episode 11, Info from the Comments. And Satan and Lucifer, let knowledge flow. Hola, minasan! Welcome back for another round of Helluva Boss. Last episode, Blitz finally broke down, and he's afraid of hurting people and killing people because of his past trauma, and Millie helped him relax. All is good. Or is it? We don't know what's going to happen up in this episode, titled Mastermind from Fizzy Pop. I didn't look at the thumbnail because I was worried about getting spoiled. But we're coming to the end here of season 2 here. 2 more episodes to go. So Mastermind, that's going to be interesting. Is there going to be some kind of moment? I mean, we still got some enemies out there that's trying to mess up Stolas. From assassination attempts to divorce issues, and Blitz is nowhere near the whole situation because he's having his crisis and of course hard feelings. Who knows? So this is a call to action. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's start with the research. Warning: the following will give you eczema. Scratch away. Wintertime. The Fortress of Solitude.
You seem in good spirits today.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Stolas has had
Yep.
his heart shat on by that little imp cretin he was seeing.
The divorce issue.
Yes, I believe he finally learned that filthy little beast was only using him to gain access to his grimoire. Fucking moron.
Uh-oh.
Gain access to his what?
That fancy book thing.
No, wait. Stolas was letting an imp use his Goetia-given grimoire, and you didn't tell me?
Why do you care?
Because we have been trying to figure out a means to usurp your horny ex-husband's power, and this whole time you knew about the incredibly illegal thing he was doing, and you didn't think it might be a good idea to let me know?
Well, don't yell at me.
He's kind of right.
Now you fucking know.
You are so lucky you are hot, Stella.
He's not wrong. They could have won so easily.
Remind me again?
We're interns, sir. We're looking for cool businesses to work for.
Yeah, I know what interns are. I'm not an idiot, okay? But I can't really afford new employees at the moment.
Oh, interns work for experience, sir.
Come again?
Experience?
Oh, you mean for free?
Yes.
Experience?
Well, I can't argue with free, kiddo. You're hired.
Sir, you need to see this.
Come out! We've got you surrounded!
Employee.
I just want to pause for one quick second here. Because I just saw this character right down the right. This character with the bat shirt on it. The whole entire outfit. Now, I saw an episode of Steven Universe because I wanted to check it out, see what that thing is. I didn't see like the whole series, but I saw like the first 3 episodes, and I saw a character that's dressed similar to this character. I'm very curious if that's a reference to whatever her name is from Steven's Universe. I'll have to look that up.
You're hired.
Sir, you need to see this.
Come out! We've got you surrounded!
Employees of the illegal business IMP,
Yep.
you are hereby arrested for breaking demon law. Surrender yourselves.
You guys are in deep shit!
Blitz, what are you gonna do?
You can't escape! Quick! Hide everything!
Everything finally came to a head. Deleting search history. No, it's not that.
Come out with your hands up! We are going to beat you!
What?
But only a little!
But only a little.
There's nowhere to run, you little red shit!
Fuck.
Oh no. Oh no, that's gonna come back.
Beat you. But only a little.
Yeah, get all the earth stuff out of there. You gotta flush the earth stuff.
I'm trying! I'm fucking trying!
Oh, okay. Shredding the paper. I'm surprised they haven't gone in there. Solus, use the teleporter. What are you doing? You got the teleporter. Use the crystal.
Let's they will see us.
Well, we can either run or we can face the music.
Use the crystal. You can get out. You have an out. Wow, you didn't use the crystal? Oh!
This part of the job?
Sent out the interns.
Man, hurry, hurry, hurry.
Use the crystals.
Come on, Begun.
Where are we going?
Earth.
Anywhere but here.
Go to Earth.
Get ready for a life on the run, gang.
Idiot.
I fucking hate you so much, Blitz.
Freeze, criminals.
You could have used the crystal, gone to Earth. Dang, they muzzled.
This is all just one big misunderstanding. Is this about the orphans? Because they were already sick to begin with.
We are here to sentence the criminal imp.
It's
So,
Actually, sir, the O is really there. You nailed it. Great job.
you and your crew are on trial for stealing a powerful goetic heirloom for undocumented personal use in the mortal realm. How do you plead?
Oh, this is about the book? I didn't steal that thing. I mean, I tried, right? But since when is it
interesting.
illegal? Am I right?
Always.
Interesting that they're doing a trial in hell.
I was allowed to use it.
Lies! Your Honor, speaking on behalf of my aggressively attractive sister, I must testify that this brutish imp was forcing himself on her husband, Stolas, who, unlike a responsible and handsome goetic demon such as myself, was too weak and ashamed to come forward about it. The poor thing.
What? Hey, I didn't force shit.
This vile, hideous imp has
And of
put his
course,
kind to
the rich-
shame, committing such horrid acts to gain the upper hand.
Now, of course,
What happened?
Satan, sorry. What do we
Satan.
say about negative energies in our mind temple? Remember to take deep breaths.
man, seeing Satan. That's crazy. I mean, got dumbbells for on the
In
jacket there.
addition to his unspeakable acts with our dear, beloved Stolas,
Wait. Where is Stolas anyway? Can't he speak on this himself? ¿Qué carajo?
he
Yeah.
this trial.
Dave, why not? If this involves him, then he should be here, no? Puedo creer. We need to summon him at once.
Okay, Vasago, shut the fuck up.
No me voy a callar, pendejo arrogante.
Stella and I didn't want to put him through the trauma of facing his aggressor. Who,
Excuse
might
me?
I also add, dramatic pause, plotted to have him assassinated.
Wow, the Goetia. All of them.
That wasn't him. We don't know who wanted Stolas dead, but it wasn't Blitz.
Oh? Well, perhaps we should ask the hitman.
Of course.
Who has agreed to give us his testimony in exchange for immunity.
No, of course.
Paid me
Railroading.
to kill the precious Goetia to cover up what he was doing with the,
Line the grimoire.
I can't pronounce it.
What? Look, I am an assassin, okay? If I wanted to kill Stolas, I would have done it my fucking self!
That's very true.
We're gonna fucking
But he fell for it.
hang on. That's not what I meant, okay? I'm just saying I could have totally fucking killed Stolas myself. But I would never do that.
What a disappointment.
This is bullshit, guys. I've met this little imp dude before. He's a real wild card, but he's a lot of fun, and I think we should hear him out. It's probably not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm sure he has a good reason for all this.
Oh, shut up, you two. We all know you enjoy slumming it with the lower class plebs, unlike the rest of us. Right, Levy?
Oh, wait a second.
You wanna fucking go, ma'am?
Yeah.
See, nobody wants to fuck with a flaming pile of clown shit. Also, suck a dick.
Why don't you buzz on back to your mutt?
If Asmodeus tries to stand up.
Yourself, you big asshole.
Hold on.
Why don't we take a vote?
Hold on.
Who wants to listen to hours of testimony?
So, if Asmodeus, given that Asmodeus, yeah, Asmodeus agreed to give the crystal to, Blitz, but Mammon already threatened Asmodeus that he would reveal his love with Fizzarali. Although Asmodeus told him to go to hell, even though they're literally in hell, but man. But Asmodeus, knowing that it's coming from Stolas, and Fizzarali being friends with Blitz, and of course her experience with Blitz at the party, wow. And Blitz is right. If he really wanted to be that type of assassin, he would have done Stolas in a long time ago. But he would never even gotten close to Stolas, been able to get Stolas, because Stolas would have wiped him out in a heartbeat the second he delivered the stab. He would have had to get Stolas at a really vulnerable point. But this was great how this all turned out. Also, dang, yo, Satan is crazy looking, man. What a crazy design.
Who wants to kill this imp bastard and get home for lunch?
Oh, I love the design there.
Oh, fuck all y'all.
Suck it, you bloody...
You should have remained in your place, imp. You see, this is what happens when lesser demons try to step out of line.
For the treacherous crime of stealing a Goetia grimoire for illegal use, bringing harm to a Goetic prince and accessing the mortal coil without clearance or procedure, you...
He's not wrong.
...and your crew are hereby sentenced to death.
Hey, Levy, after we celebrate...
That's the thing. It's still, they're still not wrong. It was still an illegal process.
What do you reckon?
And due to your bold actions against the laws of hell, your execution will be broadcasted across the 7 rings to remind all of mankind why our power must never be challenged again.
Oh. No, Fizzarali.
No! Goddamn, Your Highness! It was me. It was all me, okay? You can't expect to teach anyone a lesson by killing all of us.
Dare try to tell me how to punish?
Sorry. You know what? Today is an amethyst, and you're acting kind of ruby. You know, try some meditation. Relax.
All that hell is gonna see is you executing imps who are just trying to do their job. I'm the rogue here, not them.
Blitz, what are you doing?
Saving them.
Fine. I suppose I created mankind to be obedient. I see no reason to punish the dutiful. Just axe the mouthy one.
Oh, shit. I did not see that coming. Look, I'm sorry, Mox. I did everything I could.
You know he means you, right?
Fuck me. Oh, my Lucifer! What are they doing?
Do you have any final words? We'll pretend to care.
All I was trying to do was rise above the stupid fucking place you all forced us into!
Your Highness, please! Blitz, just...
Moxie, stop.
Blitz, I can't let you.
This big red bitch never planned on hearing us out.
Yeah.
Just take care of Luna for me.
No, I can't look, Millie.
Wow. That's it. He's on the chopping block. Wow, axe with eyes? That's awesome.
I love you guys.
And here's Stolas.
Oh my holy heck.
Yeah. My man brought out the space blade.
What in Lucifer's hell is this?
I am about to explain everything in the only way I know how.
In songs.
Song. Yes, Angelo, baby.
I can't believe we did the same gesture.
Just as soon as I heard of the imp stood accused of a devilish crime. Could it be that a worm such as this, half a brain, could concoct such a plot so sublime? Does this fool deserve the flame, or is someone else to blame? Like who, you ask? Some kind of mastermind, a mind behind the plan. Some villain's grand design to use the book to breach the world of man. Could he be roaming free, scheming more mastermindery? Will he rest? Who knows what he may unleash? Next, do you execute this little wretch? Pat yourself on the back, close the case. Let this imp take the blame, take the fame. Let his name light a fire in the hearts of his race. Why, it's more than I can bear. I must make all of hell aware.
Yep.
Fuck it! I am the mastermind, the hand
Oh.
the strings. No simple imp of mine could master the disaster. Oh, it stings that you thought you had caught the schemer of the schemes I wrought.
Oh, he's gonna take the fall.
It was me and I have no regrets.
Oh, he brought out space.
Why am I throwing my freedom away for this idiot?
Oh, he's gonna admit it.
I would rather be dead. I can't live life without you by my side. So if it keeps you alive, what are you doing? I don't deserve this. I am the mastermind, the master of my fate. Sure as the stars have shined, I'll give my life to clean your slate. You're my light, you're my heart.
Wow.
Death can rend our love
Well, isn't that adorable?
Oh, is Satan gonna sing?
Betrayed by one of our own.
Are we gonna get a singing Satan?
Your hubris has gotten the better of you, Prince Stolas. I am the mastermind.
Yes. Singing Satan.
I am the law. I rule the endless dark since long before the golden angels fall.
Wow.
Next to me, your master plans all look so
Was that Lucifer's seat?
little mice. When you break my rules, you pay the price.
I like that. I like that Lucifer and Satan are treated as two separate entities. That's how they. If I remember correctly, that's how they are in the Bible. Because you have the Satan, especially one notable for being the one that whispers to God about Job in the book of Job, and then you have Lucifer, who's supposed to be the one, the archangel who turned on God and led that grand war that got him banished. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting that Satan and Lucifer. It's really cool that they're both treated as two separate entities in this universe here. in the Has-Been Hotel universe. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool because you get to see the two personalities. But what's also interesting is the fact that Satan here predates Lucifer himself before the Civil War in heaven. That war in heaven, Lucifer's descent into hell. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Release the pawn. Stolers of the Oz, Goisha. You are a disgrace.
No, Stolas, you can't do this. Stolas, please, get the fuck off me. Stolas! Use your powers, do something. Stolas! Let me back in. Wow, this is a sturdy door. Ow!
Oof. Dude, you got a teleporter.
Sir, Dad, don't you ever do that to me again, you fucking idiot.
Excuse me. Wow. You. No. Don't accept that. Don't accept this. Ah, damn. She's taking advantage.
What are you doing?
I mean, aren't you going to, you know, execute me?
Oh, no, of course not. You are a Goisha.
But I committed a heinous crime.
Yeah, you did. But you are demon royalty, so your life has actual worth.
So, am I... Can I go then?
No.
You can go. Yes. No. Oh, no, you still definitely fucked up. We just need to figure out a fitting punishment for you.
Might I suggest something, Your Majesty? I think you should banish this shameful excuse for a prince and allow someone else to take over his legions. Considering the heir isn't yet of age, I'd be happy to volunteer. After all, I'm basically everything he is, but not a deviant piece of shit.
Yeah, that works.
Wow.
I hereby strip you of your status, your power, and your title.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Wow.
For an next
The man got an orgasm.
Oh, motherfuck! Seriously?
You will have
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
For the next 100 years.
Okay.
Oh, motherfuck! Seriously?
You will have to live amongst the citizens of hell and revel in your failings.
But what about my daughter?
She'll be safe and sound with her mother, the wholesome parent.
I guess that settles it. Cox John, time for lunch.
For the next 100 years.
Bye-bye, Stolas. Enjoy horny jail.
Well, looks like Soul's gonna join Imp and start assassinating people. They still got the crystal.
What happened in there?
I have been banished.
You suck, Stolas! Hey, fuck off, fucko!
No, it's fine, Blitz. I'm okay.
You need a ride home.
I have no home now. Everything I have is gone.
Look, come with me, all right? Let's get you out of here. You'll need a place to stay.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
We love Blitz.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Gracias. But, okay, the throwing, not necessary. Okay, thank you.
Wow, that's messed up. Imps.
Hey, I'm so glad you're okay.
Aww.
I love you, Dad.
What he's missing.
Here we go. Here we go. Here you are. It's a nice agua. Oh.
Nope, don't do that.
Inhale the water. Yeah, try not inhaling the water.
Now he's gonna want his daughter back. Damn.
Thank you, Blitz. Thank you, Stolas. For saving my life.
Always.
Man, they're celebrating Blitz's pushback.
Hey, Stolas,
Yeah, you owe him a big apology, really. Hey, there you go. Yeah, it's all for you. Blitz and him. He's got a big business now. Wow. Who was Satan? Who voiced Satan? That's pretty cool. Let's see. Brandon Rogers. Let's see. Come on. Here we go. Patrick Page was Satan. Kesha, of course, was the Beelzebub. Queen Beelzebub. With the B-E-E spelling. Who else? Maybe Michael Cusack's Mammon. Jason Ashias as Andrealphus. Georgina Leahy as Stella. Harvey Guillen as Vasago. Jack... Harvey Guillen is Vasago. That was pretty cool. It just brought out the Spanish. Jack Plotnick as Yogurt. Yogurt the Wise. Yogurt the Magnificent. No. I'm just plain old Yogurt. Edward Bosco as Striker. Monica Franco as Yelling Guards. Lyle Rath as More Yelling Guards. I like that. That was good. Gutierrez, Adorable Intern, Fancy Guard. Another Fancy Guard. Wow, brought out a lot of voice actors in this one. Mastermind. Any nope, there is none. All right then. Well, we finally got that resolved in the worst possible way. everything all came to a head. Everything all came to a head. But before we actually assess the whole entire situation here, let's start off first with info from the comments. Just a reminder, if you wanna, I'll read some select comments. If any of y'all provide some fun facts, trivia, or any info for research to help out on my never-ending quest to get better at writing. So, coming from the Bearded Brony 9586 in episode 10 research, they said. Quote, that is not even her husband, end quote. The voice actress said that in the booth. She forgot what random name she used for the husband. So everything from the start of the random names being named out and on is ad-libbed, and they just went with it, and we all can thank them for that. So basically, it happened here at this point. It happened here at this point in episode 10, goes Uckers. This is what she said.
How dare you hurt me? I mean,
So it was so all those random names being thrown were actually ad-lib because the voice actors completely forgot the actual name of the character's husband. So that was pretty funny. Also, from the Bearded Brony 9586, all of the Millies were alternate timeline versions of how she could have been killed from previous episodes. I believe that was from when the guy got into Stolas's mind. Got into Stolas's mind and started playing these scenes here. Started playing all these scenes here. Like so. Here we go. Right here in the theater, and started showing all these scenes. So those are probably, yeah, since that was all of his fears, I'm assuming that is the little trivia going on there, that those are all the possible Millie deaths that have happened. So yeah, thanks again for the comments. That was a fun little trivia stuff. So yeah, once again, I'll read some select comments if you have any fun facts, trivias, or any info to help with further research. Further my research. Thank you all again. Now this is a quick one. As I had noted during the reaction. This character from the interns here looked like one of the characters from Steven Universe, at least outfit-wise, the hair-wise, the star on the shorts and such. I thought it was this character. I only ever saw 3 episodes, so I thought it was this particular character here from the Steven Universe wiki. This little short one here. You can see the stars on the shorts. The hair with the flopping over the left eye. If that's actually a reference to this character, I don't even know the name of the character. Sorry. Like I said, I only ever watched 3 episodes. It didn't exactly grab me, but yeah. Yeah. If this, you know what? Oh, you know what? Okay, Amethyst. There we go. Amethyst. If that's the reference, yeah, cool. But yeah, it kind of just it just hit me in the head and everything. So let me know if that's true, so I can be like, yay. All right, so let's get to the meat and potatoes here. We were introduced to Satan himself, the big man. The big guy, the scary one, the one that we're all supposed to be told doesn't exist, as the great big lie. Let me see if I can find him. I know I'm like hyping him all up, and I'm not even spotting his image. Here we go. Awesome design. That's a pretty cool design. Looks like a pair of dumbbells on the side there. Let me see if I can find a... Because his introduction was just fast. It was like way too rapid. Here we go. There he is. That's better. What an amazing design. You want to talk about intimidation. Taller than all the Goetia sinners. Way taller than Blitz. I mean, just look at that. Look at Blitz. You could really see that he is the length of Satan's boot. from heel to toe. That's how tall Blitz is. That this is a total curb stomp. Wonderful design, quite honestly. It's a pretty impressive design. I like that those two form like dumbbells. Makes him look like he pumps iron and everything. And of course, just like in South Park, he's gotta go through all sorts of calm stuff and everything. But who is Satan really? Because he's coexisting with Lucifer in this universe here, and there are a handful of different accounts between the two of them. But let's start off with Christianity.com here. We'll start off with Christianity.com, because Christianity explains how treats Lucifer and Satan as one and the same person here. So that's the question: how did Lucifer fall and become Satan? So became so impressed with his own beauty, intelligence, power, position that he began to desire for himself the honor and glory that belonged to God alone. This pride represents the actual beginning of sin in the universe, preceding the fall of the human Adam by an indeterminate time. Now, remember, this is from the Christianity's point of view, because there have been other accounts that that Satan, especially in the Book of Job, which is the Old Testament, as I had noted before, I had read the Book of Job. The Satan was one who would whisper to God about Job, and basically presented a challenge that Job would sin if God were to take away things that was dear to him and earthly, and God did so, and that's where we get the famous quote. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh, when Job rips his shirt off, as the first commitment that God is all powerful. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens to us, for whatever God does is what God does. And thus, Satan starts, pestering and goading God to do more to Job, just to try and get Job to sin. So basically, it's very interesting. So basically, there's like two completely different beings, Lucifer and Satan. But in Christianity, they try to say that Lucifer and Satan are one and the same, which contradicts the Old Testament. Because then, who is the Satan that that goaded God to hurt Job, just to test his loyalty, Job's faith and loyalty in God. The story of Lucifer's fall is described in two key Old Testament chapters, Ezekiel 28 and Isaiah 14. Let's briefly look at both of these. So, let's see. Ezekiel 28, verse 11 through verse 19. Lucifer is the focus of discussion. Quote, moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, son of man, raise a lamentation over the king of Tyre, and say to him, thus says the Lord God, you were the signet of perfection, full of wisdom, perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering, sardius, topaz, and diamond, beryl, onyx, and jasper, sapphire, emerald, and carbuncle, and crafted in gold were your settings and your engravings on the day that you were created, that they were prepared. You were an anointed guardian cherub. I placed you. You were on the holy mountain of God. In the midst of stones of fire you walked. You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created, till unrighteousness was found in you in the abundance of your trade. You were filled with violence in your midst, and you sinned. So I cast you as a profane thing from the mountain of God, and I destroyed you, O guardian cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Your heart was proud because of your beauty, your corruption. Let's see here. Why does it feel like there's two different things going on here? It's being repeated. Let's see. Your heart was proud of your beauty. You corrupted your wisdom for the sake of your splendor. I cast you to the ground. I exposed you before kings to feast their eyes upon you. By the multitudes of your iniquities and the righteousness of your trade, you profaned your sanctuaries. So I brought fire out from your midst. It consumed you, and I turned you to ashes on the earth in the sight of all who saw you. All who know you among the peoples are appalled at you. You have come to a dreadful end and shall be no more forever. So the fall of Lucifer in the Bible, what is the rationale for the conclusion that these latter verses refer to the fall of Lucifer? Whereas the first 10 verses in this chapter speak about the ruler of Tyre, who was condemned for claiming to be a god, though he was just a man. The discussion moves to the king of Tyre, starting in verse 11. Many scholars believe that though there was a human ruler of Tyre, the real king of Tyre was Satan, for it was he who was ultimately outworked in this anti-god city, and it was he who worked through the human ruler of the city. That's an interesting interpretation, that the real king of Tyre was Satan. So these scholars are saying that Satan was actually human, that he was a human king. Perhaps the historic king of Tyre was a tool of Satan, possibly even indwelt by him. In describing this king, Ezekiel also gives us glimpses of the superhuman creature Satan, who is using, if not indwelling, him. Excuse me. So keep in mind that this is still the Christian version, but remember that there was another Satan, the one that whispered to God. There was also the Satan that was in the Garden of Eden, according to Christianity, that tempted Adam and Eve. That tempted Eve, who then tempted Adam. Just to make that corrected. And then there's Lucifer. So, in a sense, it feels like Christianity has always conflated Lucifer and Satan and all the Satans. Let's see. Who is Lucifer and why did he rebel? Our text tells us that this... Well, which Bible are they using? On the contrary. Which one are they using? Yeah, see, they're not being clear which Bible they're using, because remember, there's like you got the King James version and so on, and you got to be very clear which book you're taking this from. You got to be very clear where you're getting this from, because because many of them are written differently from each other. The New King James Bible and so on. So, from Christianity.com's point of view, our text tells us that this king was created being and left the creative hand of God in the perfect state, Ezekiel 28:12-15, and he remained perfect in his ways until iniquity was found in him, Ezekiel 28:15b. What was this iniquity? I'm kind of getting thrown off that they ask questions within this whole article here. This mighty angelic being was rightfully judged by God. And they're not being clear either. I mean, it feels like there's words, but they're not elaborating, like really breaking it down. Let's see. Ron Rhodes, president of Reasoning from the Scriptures Ministries, is heard regularly on Nationwide and is the author of Christianity according to the Bible. Huh. But they're not explicitly saying where they, which book they are getting this excerpt. Oh, here we go. What does Satan mean? Smith's Bible Dictionary, Baker's Evangelical Dictionary of Biblical Theology. But they're not saying which Bible they're taking this from. Okay, so this might be a dead end here in the research. So let's go to Britannica. Lucifer, classical mythology. Lucifer in classical mythology, the morning star, i.e. the planet Venus at dawn, personified as a male figure bearing a torch. Lucifer had almost no legend, but in poetry, he was often heralded in the dawn. In Christian times, Lucifer came to be regarded as the name of Satan before his fall. It was thus used by John Milton in Paradise Lost, and the idea underlies the proverbial phrase "as proud as Lucifer." So in Britannica, I had already pulled that up. That's fine. Don't worry. So according to Britannica, Satan, three major Abrahamic religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, the prince of evil spirits and adversary of God. Adversary of God. Satan is traditionally understood as an angel, or sometimes a genie in Islam, who rebelled against God and was cast out of heaven with other fallen angels before the creation of humankind. Now, it's very interesting. Britannica notes that it's Satan, not Lucifer. Ezekiel 28:14-18 and Isaiah 14:12-17 are the key scripture passages that supported this understanding. And in the New Testament, in Luke, see again, they say the scripture, but they're not specifying. Well, okay, scripture. Okay, so they being more specific to the Old Testament, because there are Bibles that kind of put the Old Testament in. Chad is like, God, why would you let that happen to Job? So, let's see. How you say? Yeah, so they're relying on, when they say scripture, is usually the Old Testament. But what I was trying to say is, the Bible would also include the Old Testament. That's why I say which versions are they using, because how the Old Testament is written within the versions tend to have different wordings from each other when it comes to the Christian Bible, the Christian version of the Bible. And it's very important to know which edition is being used. One of those being the New King James version. Then you got the Gideons, and so on. So you got to be extra careful, especially when researching, that you know exactly what you're using and how you are presenting it. That's why VisiPop, I found very fascinating how the team, was able to do all this extensive research, not just within the Abrahamic religions, but also with works like the Lesser Book of King Solomon, the Ars Goetia, and so on, to maintain consistency within the world rules of their fictional telling of hell, and the world build that they created. I mean, the way they depicted Satan in this episode reminded me of South Park Satan. And yes, we get a singing Satan, which is so freaking awesome. So, Satan is identified as the entity, a serpent in the Genesis account that tempted Eve to eat the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden, and was thus the catalyst for the fall of humankind in all three major Abrahamic religions. But then you get theologists and scholars who try to state that there were two different people, that the Satan that tempted them is not the same as Lucifer, who fell from who turned on God and fell from heaven. But transliteration of Satan, of a Hebrew word for adversary, in the Bible. Now remember, Bible, that's Christian Bible, not the Torah. With the definitive article, the Hebrew word denotes the adversary par excellence main in the book of Job, where the adversary comes to the heavenly court with the sons of God. His task is to roam the earth like a contemporaneous. Sorry, I mispronounced that. Persian official seeking out acts of persons to be reported adversely to the king. His function thus is the opposite of that of the eyes of the Lord, which roam the earth, strengthening all that is good. Satan is cynical about disinterested human goodness and is permitted to test it under God's authority and control within the limits that God sets. In Judaism, it is sometimes understood that as adversary, Satan acts as something of a divine prosecutor for God. The two figures are not seen as antithetical, which is very interesting because Satan that we saw in Helluva did act as judge and presided over a trial. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. He prosecuted and judged, and of course was executioner of the trial of both Stolas and Blitz. So, let's see. And this is about, of course, in the New Testament, the Greek. Yes, and then of course there's the Greek translations of the Bible, of the New Testament. The Greek transliteration Satanas is used, and this usually appears as Satan in English translations. He is spoken of as the prince of evil spirits, the inveterate enemy of God and Christ, who takes the guise of an angel of light. He can enter people and act through them, hence a person can be called Satan because of his or her acts or attitude. Through his subordinate demons, Satan can take possession of human bodies, afflicting them or making them disease, according to the visions in the book of Revelation. When the risen Christ returns from heaven to reign on earth, Satan will be bound with a great chain for 1,000 years, then be released, but almost immediately face final defeat and be cast into eternal punishment. His name, Beelzebub, which we saw standing side by side with Satan in the trial, in the courtroom, used in the Gospels, mainly in reference to demonic possession, comes from the name of the god of Ekron, Beelzebub, 2 Kings 1. He's also identified with the Satan, Diablos, and this term occurs more frequently in the New Testament than Satan. In the Quran, the proper name, Shaitan, Satan is used. Among early Christian writers, the figure of Satan played a larger part in the discussion of the nature of evil. Refers to that nature of evil, not evil of nature of evil. The meaning of salvation and the purpose and efficacy of the atoning work of Christ. Early medieval church writers discussed at length problems raised by belief in the existence of a spiritual being such as Satan in a universe created and sustained by an all-powerful, all-wise, and all-loving God. Under the influence of the 18th century revolt against belief in the supernatural, liberal Christian theology tended to treat the biblical language about Satan as picture thinking, not to be taken literally, as a mythological attempt to express the reality and extent of evil in the universe, existing outside and apart from humanity, but profoundly influencing the human sphere. So, yeah, there are so many interpretations of Satan. It's insane. And really, man, great job on VisiPop on sorting all this out and separating Beelzebub, Lucifer, and Satan as three separate characters, and work them within the world rules of the Helluva Boss and Has Been Hotel. Let's see. Adversaries, Britannica Dictionary is an enemy or opponent. So let's see what Biblical Archaeology Society has. Only because it says archaeology, maybe they got some weird dig up and something. So from the most comical of cartoons to the most grotesque of gargoyles, the majority of the population. This is written by John Drummond. That was written by John Drummond in this article here. From the majority of the population today can immediately recognize an image of the devil, but does our modern conception of Satan have any resemblance to the devil in the Bible? Just who Satan is? This horned, red-skinned monster with a pitchfork ruling hell, truly the great enemy of God, envisioned by the writers of the biblical text? The short answer: no, not really. Interesting. Okay, well, what's your take on it, archaeology? The short answer: no, not really. In the Hebrew Bible, Yahweh's greatest enemies are not fallen angels commanding armies of demons, nor even the gods of nations, but rather human beings. That's really true. That is, in fact, that's actually really true. When you read the Old Testament, it's really humans that's always been the thorn in God's side. It's because God promised the Israelites the Holy Land, their Holy Land, and their origins, where Abraham and them came from, where they all ultimately came from, and they had to take down like Jericho and Goliath and all sorts of other such, especially when carrying the Ark of the Covenant, and of course being freed from slavery from the Egyptians. Let's see. It isn't that the devil that spreads evil across the face of creation. It is mankind. Other than human beings, Yahweh has no nemesis, nor are there malevolent spiritual forces not under his authority. Yahweh is ultimately God of justice. He is behind the good and the bad, behind the blessings and the curses. It is within this divine court of justice and retribution that Satan has his origins. The Hebrew word... Oh, this is a very long article, isn't it? No, it's not that long, thank goodness. I thought it was going to be a giant wall of text. Okay. The Hebrew word Satan, meaning accuser or adversary, occurs several times throughout the Hebrew Bible. Yes. And refers to enemies, both human and celestial alike. When referencing to the celestial adversary, the word is typically accompanied by the definite article. He is Ha-Satan, the accuser, and it is a job description rather than a proper name. From the accuser's appearance in the books of Job and Zechariah, it seems that the job entails calling attention to the unworthiness of mankind. The accuser is essentially the prosecuting attorney at the divine court of Yahweh, and part of his job includes collecting evidence to prove his cases. With this bit of knowledge in mind, it isn't difficult to envision the various outcries against sin, such as that against Sodom and Gomorrah, as the voice of the accuser. It is difficult to determine at which point in Israel's history the accuser began to take on a much more sinister role in the Israelite Jewish belief structure, or how heaven's great prosecutor became the prince of darkness, Ephesians 6:12. It is certainly easy to make the connection between Israel's time in exile and the likely influence of the cosmic dualism of Persian religion. Let's see. Adherents to Zoroastrianism believed in the ongoing battle between Ahura Mazda and Angra Mainyu, known later periods as Ormazd and Ahriman, the good creator of God of light and order, and the evil god of chaos and darkness. Interesting. However, even within books written well after the return from foreign lands, the accuser is still a self-righteous lawyer. Though if 1 Chronicles 21:1 is any indication, they believe the accuser wasn't above getting his hands dirty. Notes: compare the earlier version of the story in 2 Samuel 24, in which Yahweh himself is the one who incites David to sin. It is perfectly clear, however, that by the 1st century CE, Judaism developed a belief in the divine forces of darkness doing battle against the forces of light. This can be seen within the New Testament and other extra-biblical writings, such as those found among the Dead Sea Scrolls. There are likely several factors that inspired these developments, including the influence of Persian as well as Hellenistic religions. Yeah, there was a lot of mixing throughout the years. There was a lot of mixing with religions, paganisms, and so on. I could see how it would be so difficult to really pinpoint Satan and Lucifer and separate beings, and Beelzebub. We've already established that was a mark of creation. Later down the line, years down the line. But this is a tough one. The Greek word diabolos, I'm skipping over a bit here. The Greek word diabolos, from which devil is derived, meaning slanderer, comes from a verb that means to hurl or accusations. So, overall, I got a crazy take. Diabolos was typically used as the Greek equivalent for the Hebrew Satan in the Septuagint version of Job, for example, though it's not uncommon to simply transliterate the word into the Greek Satanas. 1 Kings 11:14. Other names used for the leader of the forces of evil at this time include Mastema, which means hatred. 1 QM 13:4-11, Jubilees 10:8. And Belial, a popular name among the writers of the Dead Sea Scrolls, which means worthless or corrupt. Children of Belial, Hebrew Bene Belial, is a typical phrase used to describe evil people in the Hebrew Bible. Example, Deuteronomy 13:13, 1 Samuel 1:16, 2 Chronicles 13:7, etc. If someone were searching for a name that personified evil in the Hebrew Bible, it would be Belial, not Satan. Interesting enough, the name only occurs once in the New Testament, 2 Corinthians 6:15, as Paul's stark contrast to Christ, which is actually right. We all just say that was Satan in the Bible when Christ was walking the desert and was being tempted. We just say that's Satan, but I don't think his name was ever mentioned in Christ's trials in the desert. The temptations that that Satan supposedly was supposed to do that. I'm just gonna skip this. Do I need Satan's role? This is about Satan's role in the New Testament. It is also in this period that we begin to see the development of the tradition of equating the talking serpent in the Garden of Eden with Satan. It was a serpent. It was never said that was Satan whatsoever. That was just projected on. Satan's role in the New Testament, though highly expanded, has much more in common with the accuser of the Hebrew Bible than the commander of the armies of darkness that's typically portrayed in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Even though he is given such lofty titles as the ruler of the world, father of lies, god of this world, ruler of the air, and Beelzebub, ruler of the demons, Satan is essentially treated as nothing more than a glorified person warden who has been corrupted by his own power. Throughout the gospel, Satan's kingdom is never considered to be a burning underworld full of the tormented dead, but rather is equated with the bondage of sin and the curses brought upon humanity for acts of unrighteousness. According to Jesus, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, a strong man, Satan, must be bound in order to plunder his house for treasures, humans, and it is clear he viewed his ministry and that his disciples within this context. All other references to Satan in the New Testament, including those in Revelation, reflect the struggle and spiritual freedom. That's an interesting take. That's an interesting take. I think I would say for my own take, having read all of this, I think that Satan is a separate person, is a separate character in the biblical myths, as well as Lucifer, because Beelzebub is also treated separately, even though treated the same. Perhaps given that Satan means adversary, could be a title, and that there is a person who goes by the name of Satan in reference to being as the adversary, the accuser, but it's probably more of a title that would be given to somebody, that somebody would probably either take up or God would grant, pending on the situation, and thus would do all the duties that comes with Satan, whether good or bad. Excuse me. That's the best way I can look at it, because it is extraordinarily difficult to legitimately pin down Satan as a whole in general, and trying to separate it from Lucifer's story and Beelzebub's story. I think that everything just got conflated, especially from Christianity and the Christian theologians. I think that there's that one select group that just put them all together, either by accident, or unintentionally, and created the mass confusion that we got. I don't know what I just said. I just wanted to sound like a theologian, bootleg theologian. Overall, Fizzy Pop team did a great job, separating Beelzebub, Lucifer, and Satan as three separate characters in the Helluva's Has-Been Hotel universe. It's pretty impressive how they were all able to work in nicely and flowed nice and seamlessly within the rules of the world, within the world build itself. And dang, this is probably one of the dang good designs of Satan I've seen to date in fiction. Like, dang, that's intimidation. And my man got anger issues. He got to be told by his little subordinate. Remember what the doctor said. Remember what your psychiatrist said. Yeah, that is so South Park. Let's review this, because what an episode this was. Everything just came to a head nice and perfectly. The book, from the book to the divorce, to the social status, all of it came to a head in this one trial, where funny enough, Stella kind of forgot to mention to her brother that Stolas had been lending the book of Goetia to the grimoire to Blitz, and yeah, he's like, why didn't you tell me? All this time you knew. We could have gotten rid of this. We could have ended this a long time ago. Which, yeah, he's right. He's right, and the writer in me didn't even click on that. It didn't click on me on that one, and I gotta say, good job. You know, because that's a major plot hole, and I say, good job filling that plot hole up. Like, they grabbed that shovel and they immediately like. They're like, get that, hurry up, dig that plot hole up. We gotta make sure that's noted. But consider this, that we've always been, her character's always been depicted as being angry and dumb at the same time. Like, she's got anger issues, spiteful, and she's not, you know, intellectually up there. So it would never even occur to her to even tell her brother that Stolla's been lending the book. Because I've said it before, since episode 1, lending the book was going to bite them in the butt. And look what happened. It all happened. It all came to a head. And, of course, they send out the police. I guess you could say these are the police. It wasn't really elaborated. I'm sure the chat will. I'm sure the comments will tell me who they are. But of course, everybody went to full panic mode and started getting rid of Earth. All the stuff they brought from Earth. All of the information. Nice little tender moment where Luna. Let's see here. Is it here? No. Well, I did have it. It just wasn't falling onto it. But when she opens it. Yeah, it was right here. There it is. The first job done with her angry face. You know, she's got a heart. She really has a heart of gold. You know what I'm saying? She's just, you know, she just came from a very terrible place that, you know, Blitz brought her into the life and everything. But she didn't want that to get burned. And of course, the comedic, the tried old comedic, 2-foot drive. And crashing into the pole. Good old comic. Good old comedy. You can never go wrong with that. The old Cheech and Chong pole hit. And we get introduced to Satan because everybody's arrested. And of course, Stella's brother. I have his name written down. I'm just too lazy right now to go through all of these notes here. Go through all these notes to get his name. Yeah, basically railroading in a kangaroo court. But the cool thing about this, we get to see other Goetia and other demons from the Ars Goetia. Of course, Stryker comes in, testify. The only one to testify. But the good news is that because Blitz was at Beelzebub's party, she got to experience him firsthand to see what type of person he is, and she was able to speak up for him. Asmodeus, of course, is Fizzarali's significant other, and also spoke up to defend. At least, well, not so much defend, but at least give Blitz a chance to talk. Of course, everybody voted down. Everybody voted down. Everybody voted down. But I really like the layout here because you got Satan down here, then you got the sinners up here, and then you got Lucifer's chair all the way up at the top. Yeah, that's definitely Lucifer's chair. Lucifer's chair, because he is the king of hell. You know, he is the king of all hell, Satan. So, yeah, looking at the layout here, you can really see how well they play it out. How it's all played out, because you got Satan, then you have Beelzebub who gets called Satan, and then you have Lucifer who gets called Satan. Beelzebub is one of the sins, the sin of gluttony. Then you got Satan there being the judge, jury, and executioner. Of course, well, he's not really being the jury, but it's just fun saying that. And Lucifer, who's supposed to sit up at the top and is not there. not doing his job. He's probably busy dealing with Heaven and Has-Been Hotel for all we know. Hurry up, season 2. We definitely got to get this. We got to find out exactly what the rules are to get to heaven. All ironed out. I really like the way this was laid out. You know, that you see how the hierarchy goes. The Goetia, the Ars Goetia sitting in the balcony to the side. Yeah, see where he's standing at. Visago. This is Visago. I like him already. Speak that Spanish. Senor, speak that Spanish. That balcony is standing out. That's where the Ars Goetia is at in terms of the layout. Yeah, so basically they just went through the whole thing. Stolas finds out because it was broadcasted all throughout hell, and goes in and delivers us a song. He delivers us this nice epic song that he's the mastermind, not Blitz, so he's the one to die. We get singing Satan. Pretty awesome. There he is singing. He's in the singing mode. Ultimately, Stolas sacrificed himself, and Blitz was let go. And of course, turn of comedy. Blitz, Stolas puts his head on the chopping block, expecting to get hacked, and Satan's like, "We don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. You're royalty. Can't just execute you." And instead he's stripped of all of his titles and is banished into exile for 100 years, which, given time dilation, the time dilation, I invoke the Freerun time dilation of aging. 100 years is nothing. 100 years is nothing to these guys here. Hence why Stella's brother was just all pissed off. But ultimately, Blitz brought Stolas home. Unfortunately, Octavia is now falling for her mother. Her mother's going to take advantage of Octavia's sadness and distraught and everything. And yeah. Blitz and Imp may live to see another day, as Blitz is seen as a great hero among the Imps. But Stolas is seen, of course, as a disgusting lowlife and unworthy of his title. So, yeah, it's not gonna. Well, we'll see what happens in episode 12, how they're gonna recover from all this. But yeah, this is the way season 2 is going to end. It's going to be so sad. So sad to see this downfall, Also, I just want to point one more thing, and I was saying it all throughout the episode. Blitz, you have the teleportation crystal from Asmodeus. You could have used that to escape by going to Earth. You could have easily escaped with teleportation. With that teleportation. Have you forgotten that? They could have easily escaped. I mean, look, he's wearing it right now. He's been wearing it. And he doesn't use it. He doesn't use it to open the portal and drive through instead of crashing into the pole. You seem to have forgotten that. You forgot that one little thing. Visipop, Team Visipop. You forgot that little thing. He could have teleported. He could have teleported to Earth and then teleported to another part of hell from Earth and gotten further away and hide out. Oh, man. So, overall, great episode. This was a fantastic episode. Everything came to a head, The fact that hell has law and actually didn't treat it like a crazy kangaroo court type of thing is amazing world build. Like, it really showed structured order for a place that hates order. I guess it's the saccharine order of heaven that they can't stand. Like, they wanted their own brand of order. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe chaotic order. I could see that. Like, the rules are chaotic and everything, but there's still order and structure. There's hierarchy. laws and so on. It's pretty fascinating to see that in a very condensed manner, but just enough to comprehend the laws of hell. But it's very interesting to see that hell has laws. When you consider the reason why Lucifer went against God was because of law, law and order. So I guess there's a bit of irony coming out of that one with hell, at least in the context of Helluva and Hazbin Hotel. But that's pretty hilarious. That's pretty hilarious. So yeah. Head on over to Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. Grab yourself a copy of The Impossible Man, strange fantasy novel written by me. You'll find links down in the description below, along with other merch such as pins, stickers, t-shirts, and music. Please enjoy the products. Thank you for your patronage. And if you make any fan videos out of my book, The Impossible Man, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing it. So, until the final episode of Helluva Boss Season 2, thank you all for joining me, and I wish you all a good night, a buenas noches, and oyasuminasai.